Pros are spending big money on cameras and microphones, but can you get away with less? Stay tuned and let's find out. Hey guys, it's Josh from the WL Tech blog. In today's video, we're going to check out a bunch of affordable options for recording videos or live streaming and try to come up with some recommendations. So far on my channel, we've been doing some hacking of various webcams, which among other things means I've bought a number of them. I've also been making YouTube videos on a budget for a few years and have a few microphones and cameras, so what a great opportunity to do some comparisons. As always, I'll put links to everything down below in the video description. Today we've got a combination of difficulties that you're likely to run into yourself. It's a rainy day, so we have poor natural lighting, but it's also warm, so I've got the air conditioner running and a box fan running on low. I'll test our cameras with just the natural lighting, as well as with an added light source, this Bauer folding LED light. I picked this up from the clearance shelf at my local Walmart, but they also sell it on Amazon for about 20 bucks. Our first setup is the baseline. It's the webcam built into my laptop. This is a 2020 MacBook Air, and this is the only 720p camera that we'll be testing today. We're also going to use the microphone built into the laptop, so here we go. Alright, here we are on the MacBook built-in webcam. I should point out a big disadvantage to using the camera built in your laptop, and that's your options for placement. At normal desk level, you're going to be aimed at an upward angle, which isn't ideal if your channel isn't about necks and chins. So this is our experience with just natural light. Alright, and here we are with added light from the LED lamp. And I have scaled the 720p video to fit the 1080p that we'll be uploading. That is software scaling, so it is not going to be as good as real 1080p camera. And for part of the audio test, we're going to use this ukulele, and we're just going to be recording acoustically. We're not plugging into it, and see how it picks up the sound. Operator, could you help me place this call? See, the number on the MacBook is old and faded. Alright, next up we're going to try the camera built into my phone. I have a Moto 5G Ace, which is a year or two old, and it claims to have a 48 megapixel camera, so let's see how that stacks up. And this is it with just the natural light. I'll turn on the extra light, and here we are with the additional light from the LED, and also we're using the built-in microphone on the phone. Operator, could you help me place this call? See, the number on the MacBook is old and faded. Alright, and let's move on to the next. Alright, the next camera we're going to try is the Wansview 106, otherwise known as the Svarog something. I'll have a link to the Svarog in the comments because it's cheaper, and it came with this tripod that I'm using on this light, which is pretty handy. This is the hackable camera that's available from a couple of different brands, and we are keeping track of which one is the cheapest at any given time. The one I'm using right now I paid about 12 bucks for on Amazon, but the price for different brands varies between like $12 and $20 or so. So this is the camera with just the natural lighting, and here we are with some additional light added. So again, we're using the camera's built-in microphone, so you can see what that sounds like. Operator, could you help me place this call? See, the let's move on to the next one. Our next webcam is from a company called Tao City, and it also comes with a handy tripod, and this is a pretty nice tripod with extending legs. Unfortunately, the tripod threads don't match with a normal tripod adapter, so you will need to use the included tripod if you want to go with it. So let's switch to that. Alright, here we are on the Tao City, and again we're using the built-in microphone. Currently we are on just natural light, and we'll turn on the extra light, and you can see it brightens up quite a bit. And we will try the audio. Operator, could you help me place this call? See the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Alright, on to the next camera. Alright, our next camera up is from Samomo, and this one was about $17 or $18 on Amazon. This is the only one that has dual microphones for stereo recording, so that's a nice feature. It does have a nice shutter here, and it also has a mount for a tripod. However, again, this one does not have the same threads as my normal tripod adapter, so I'm having to use the one that came with one of the other webcams. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, here we are on the Samomo, which was again about $17 on Amazon, and this one does claim to feature stereo audio and is the only one in the test that does. So this is with just the natural lighting, and here we are with an additional light source. So let's see if the extra microphone is worth anything. Operator, could you help me place this call? See the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, our next camera is the SJCam SJ8 Pro. This is an action cam, so it runs from battery, although I think it'll also run while it's plugged into USB. And it does have some interesting features on it. It does have Wi-Fi, it's got a preview screen, it's got some display on the front here, and this one goes for somewhere around 130 to 150 on Amazon. This one also does support 4K video, which this might be the only one in this comparison that does. Alright, this is the SJCam SJ8 Pro, and this is an action camera, and we are again using the built-in microphone, which my experience with it was that it was not very good, but we will see that it will be unedited in the video. So this is with just the normal lighting, and here we are adding the LED lamps. And we'll try the ukulele. Operator, could you help me place this call? See the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, our last webcam to test today. This is a Raspberry Pi HQ camera converted into a webcam. This is actually an open source project where you take a Raspberry Pi Zero and the Raspberry Pi HQ camera and you create a USB webcam from it. Now this one, my experience so far has been that the image quality is quite good. However, it does not have a microphone and it also does not feature autofocus. So if you are doing any sort of recording where you're moving around much, but if you are basically stationary or doing images of an object that's on a table, something like that, this could be a really good match. Along with the Raspberry Pi webcam, we're going to be using the Blue Yeti microphone. This is my fanciest microphone and also one that I don't use very often. It has a lot of settings which I will put on the most appropriate for this type of recording, listed as like voiceovers or music. And I will go ahead and get the gain adjusted before we get started. Alright, here we are with the Raspberry Pi camera, and I've got it all dialed in, and we're using the Blue Yeti microphone sitting over here next to me, and this is with just natural light. Let's go ahead and turn on the added light. We get quite a bit more there, and let's try the microphone out. Could you help me please? Whoa, I thought I had this thing dialed in, but as soon as I started playing the ukulele, it just completely blew it out. So I've adjusted the gain some more, and we're going to give it another try. So ignore the camera, this is the next day, and the lighting is going to be different, etc. But I thought I should be fair. Operator, could you help me place this call? See the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Alright, and that is the Raspberry Pi camera. Of course, another thing to consider with the Raspberry Pi high quality camera is that it's a project, not a product. As of now, the supply chain for Raspberry Pi computers is still pretty bad, and while they are recovering, it may be a while before you're able to buy one at MSRP. If you're a tinkerer, or if you already have a Pi, this can be a great option, so I'll include the links to the Show Me Webcam project, as well as the camera and Pi Zero below. Alright, so what we have left are a couple more microphones to test out. So first off, we're going to test a lapel microphone from Pop Voice, and I bought this a while back and used it a few times, and it does come with two microphones and an adapter to allow you to plug both in at the same time. This is all wired, and it does have 18 feet of cord, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and set this one up and test it out. Alright, no camera tricks here. We are just testing out the microphone. So I should mention this one is about 26 bucks, and it comes with a carrying case and a couple additional accessories, and we'll see how it sounds. If the cord seems a bit frustrating to you, it is more frustrating to me. But if you're able to work with that, then this is what the audio quality is like. Operator, well, could you help me place this call? See the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, the last microphone that we have today is from Aikela, A-I-K-E-L-A, and it's another lapel microphone. This one is wireless, and the wireless receiver has plugs for a regular dual headphone and microphone slot. It has a plug for just the microphone slot, It has a USB-C where it shows up as USB-C audio, and it has a lightning connector in case you are on an iPhone. So the rest of the audio that I recorded for this video when I wasn't specifically using a microphone built into a webcam or the Yeti was done with this microphone, but we're going to go ahead and go through the same microphone test. All right, and here we are on the Aquila dual wireless microphone, and let's try it out. Operator, could you help me place this call? See, the number on the matchbook is old and faded. Okay, so we've gone through a variety of options for cameras and microphones at several different price points. Let me know in the comments which ones you like the best. Lately, I've been using the Raspberry Pi camera and the wireless lapel microphone, but maybe I'll change my mind after watching this video. All the products reviewed today were bought with my own money, and all the audio and video footage is being uploaded with only timeline editing. So what you see is what you can expect from each device. Apologies for the singing, but if you're in the market for a ukulele, I'll link to the folks who made mine below as well. Well, that's it for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss the next one. If you're interested in webcam hacking, make sure to check out my other videos, and you can find us on the Hacker Homestead Discord channel, which is linked in the description as well. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.